Welcome back to Relapse Prevention. In part 5, we begin the work of moving toward. Leaving behind is important for weakening old ways of addiction, but it's not enough to truly change. You must replace the old, strong habits with new, stronger habits. You must find ways to answer questions and solve problems that work tremendously better than the strategy of using. You must be very clear on the people, places, and things that truly matter to you, and how you can build in those directions every day. If all you've done is leave behind and don't do the work to move toward, you can easily snap back into old ways, patterns, and behaviors which are known, familiar, and entrenched within you over the years as reliable and normal responses to life. You may find yourself a week down the road, or a month, or a year, or maybe 10 years, and the addict voice creeps in with some ideas about using. Remember that it pipes up when in fear of partial truths, and remember that trick that it will never talk about what it will cost. You can break the hold of addiction when you have awareness of those delusions and have a new way, a stronger voice, and a clear reason why. There are 3 exercises in moving toward: people, places, and things. Each exercise can be completed with the same moving toward worksheet at the end of your workbook. You can print as many copies as you need. In the final chart of this program, there is space to list 4 people, 4 places, and 4 things, but starting with one of each is completely fine. You can always do the exercise again and add more. Terms in the worksheet are defined as follows. The name is the person, place, or thing, or the aspect of these that you admire that you must move toward. For example, patience with mom. The reason why is the primary reason why the person, place, or thing is more important than anything. Example about patience with mom is, I'm building my skill in showing kindness and respect to others, and she's given me many moments and opportunities to practice. The state or feeling, these are the ways that you feel when you're experiencing the person, place, or thing that you admire. Example about having patience with mom is feeling understanding, patient, kindness. The thoughts that run, these are the words and thoughts that run in your mind to describe or explain your states, feelings, and experiences with that person, place, or thing. Example for patience with mom, she is flawed and limited like anyone else and is doing the best that she can. The action step, this is the specific and measurable action that you can take that will move you, even a little bit at a time, towards the states and experiences with the people, places, and things that you want in your life. Example about having patience with mom, treat her in the way that she wants to be treated, as someone who needs to feel heard and acknowledged. Her judgments are all about her, not me, and I'm free to do as I please without needing to defend myself to her. There are more examples in the workbook. Feel free to pause the video and go through them, and we'll look at another example in just a minute here. Each answer from this section will be listed into your relapse prevention chart as part of the final exercise. And again, each one is important. The state or feeling, these are your values, and these are the ways that you want to experience life. In true sobriety, where using becomes irrelevant, you know how to experience these states by taking specific actions and not by using. And this is super important. When you chart these answers in the final exercise, take a good look at the connection between your values and your triggers, and you'll likely find that triggers tend to disturb values in some way. The action step, these are the actions that you take for rebuilding yourself. There is no need to expect massive change all at once. With enough small actions built upon one another, you can look back over time and realize that your change has been massive. Track your activity and monitor progress to see the proof and the true power of taking action. The thoughts that run, this is your reality voice, speaking up for who you really are. Using this voice is an excellent way to find the words for nullifiers. And the reason why, you're moving toward this person, place, or thing because this is more important than anything you ever found in addiction, and you're charting it so that you don't forget. And the name, this person, place, or thing is the appearance or representation of something important to your life. Here's another example to see how that all fits together. The name of a thing to move toward could be a creative project like a website. This thing is a representation of something that you value, which means that your effort into this project is activating a value that is important to your experience of life. The reason why you're moving toward building a website is because you have some work that you'd like to share with others, and it brings you fulfillment and happiness to connect with people in the world in meaningful contribution. The states or feelings from experiencing effort into your website could be fulfillment, happiness, respect, honor, proud, excited, purposeful. These are your values and the ways that you want to experience life, which addiction tried to answer for you, but you now have the power to build into these states for real. Thoughts that run might go something like, this is really important to me. What I'm doing matters a lot. It might even matter a lot to someone else. My work could actually help another person. There's no telling how far I can go with this. This is reality voice, speaking up for who you really are. And the action step is something that you can do in this moment or in any moment to put effort into your website. Whether this is design, content, marketing, every minute counts. Minutes add up into hours, and something is built out of nothing. Once all these points are filled into your chart in the final exercise, you'll have a list of ways that you are working to rebuild yourself every day. You'll have a plan, a path for becoming your true self. It's necessary to resolve all the old things holding you back and leave them behind. It is just as necessary to build new things, which is what helps you find the parts of life that truly matter. Knowing what to leave behind and what to move toward gives you the power to face fear, face the unknown, and face absolutely anything. A final point for moving toward is that if you can find opportunity with these exercises to continue building skill in making apologies for hurting others or in forgiving others for hurting you, we encourage you to continue to go for it. Apology and forgiveness are two of the most powerful things that you can ever do, and we encourage you to explore them fully. This is the communication cue from page 28 of your workbook. Call someone to tell them what you're working on and how you're spending your time. Invite another person to share your experience of life. Ask your partner to join you and tell them what really matters now. Speak up and say where you must go and what you must do and why. Your partner wants to know who you are. So do your friends, your siblings, your parents. There is no more hiding in the shadows. Stand up, speak up, be seen and be known. And this concludes part 5. We will finish this course in part 6 with the chart.